Well, what a great display, and the excitement continues in the main arena for a little while yet. Don't forget, folks, if you've got tickets for Best in Show, we started a little earlier today, and the Best in Show performance starts at 3 o'clock. You can get in your seats, and 4 o'clock start. If you're not able to be with us, we're live on Channel 4 tonight. It's not More 4, it's Channel 4. I think we go live at around 5:30 until the completion of Best in Show, and you can see all the highlights of the evening. And of course, if you're not watching on TV, you can watch it on live streaming on YouTube/Crufts or via the Crufts website. Lots still going on in the arena this afternoon before we get to that stage. So, would you like to welcome in next? It's the West Midlands Police Dog Display Team, and I'm going to hand you over to Sergeant Pete Watson to tell us all about it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the West Midlands Police Dog Unit display this afternoon. My name's Sergeant Pete Watson, and I'm the Chief Instructor with the West Midlands Police Dog Training School, also Common, not that far from here. Okay, so what are you going to see this afternoon? Well, we're going to show you a lot of our dogs, from our pups right up to our actual working street dogs, our general purpose police dogs, and our specialist search dogs. So you're going to see some fun, and we're going to start off by running them around the arena. Here we go. There's PC Russ Martin with police dog Jasper. Jasper's a newly licensed passive drugs dog, followed by, now, which one was this now? Gabby, that's right. Gabby is one of our Belgian Malinois pups. We have Olympia with the Arnott family, who are one of our puppy walkers, followed by Ivy. And then we have, behind Ivy, we have a little Dutch herder pup who's only 12 weeks old. I think some of you might have seen her earlier on our stand with PC Chambard. We haven't had Dutch herders before, so it's quite new to us, but we're looking forward to that one when she grows up. Okay, and then we have police dog Jojo, who is one of our proactive drugs dogs, and that's with PC Harriet Barnes. Police dog King with PC Sue Cheek. Police dog Duke, who's a Belgian Malinois, who's a working dog now. And we have PC Dan Thomas. Now, Dan Thomas is a bit of a celebrity at the moment. Some of you may have seen his photograph. He's up for the Friends for Life Award with police dog Yanis, who is just retired. And now Dan is out and licensed with police dog Zane, who you see with him there. Sergeant Keith Bennett with police dog Scar. Scar's 5 years old and is one of our Firearms Support Dogs and general purpose dogs. And then we have police dog Daly, who's 5 months old, with Dan, who's one of our puppy walkers. And police dog Bandit with Dave there, who's one of our puppy walkers again. And then I've lost this one now. And Rapid, police dog Rapid. Now these two dogs on the end here are quite young dogs and are shortly to start a general purpose police dog training course, which will last for about 3 months. Okay, now, how do we develop these pups to get them to do what we want them to do? Well, we start off very young with police dog Daly here, who's 5 months old, and we get them to rag, a little rag like that there. And what Dave there, who's the helper, is just testing the dog, just playing with the dog to see if he's got possession and is quite possessive over the rag. And we continue this into a little bit of a chase, so it's all play orientated. It's all good fun. The dog loves it and gets a lot from it. And now we have the slightly bigger dogs. So we have police dog Rapid on my right-hand side over there, and police dog Bandit on my left. Now already, these dogs are barking away. They have done this before, obviously. So what the helpers are doing now, I have Terry Arnett on my left and Dave on my right. These are two of our breed scheme managers. Because what I have to say, I'm in trouble if I don't, all these dogs that you've seen are from our breed scheme, the West Midlands Police breed scheme. Quite a successful scheme. We have something like 150 pups on the go at the moment, managed by Dave and Terry. Okay, so what they're doing now is we have a bite pillow, and they're just frustrating the dogs into a bark. There we go, and he's rewarded for his bark with his toy. The natural progression from that then, with a little bit of agitation, is onto what we call a puppy sleeve, which is a small sleeve. Again, it's just a toy for the dog. A little bit of a straight chase there. And Terry on my left is using a puppy tug. There we go. Again, just a big toy for the dog. Lots of play, lots of fuss, and the dog spins round and wants to play again. There we go. Bit of barking, a bit of a short straight chase. There we go. Please remember, these dogs are not police dogs yet, really. They haven't gone through a course, but Terry and Dave have done quite some basic training with them to get them to this level before they start a course. There we go. And off they come. Now, the natural progression for that now is to have what we use as our initial course, which is, you're going to see two dogs, Police Dog King and Police Dog Duke, are going to come out shortly. And they're going to show you what they can do, which is the progression, having just finished the course, onto the bigger sleeves. Now, what I need to tell you is, don't do this at home. All right? We've got experienced police dog handlers here who understand the dogs. They know what they're doing with the dogs. So it's very important that you don't try this at home, okay? Right. They're going to leave me out here on my own now, and I'm going to have to fill some gaps now. Okay, what we have, Police Dog Bandit, I will tell you about Bandit. He's named after the Pilgrim Bandits, which is a charity trust that we've been involved in, which helps servicemen who have lost limbs in Afghanistan. So one of our breed scheme managers, Terry in the corner, is very heavily into that. And again, I would have been in trouble had I not mentioned that. Right, so I think we're about ready. Yep, out they come then. Now, PC Sue Cheek is going to come out with Police Dog King. And where is he? Oh, there he is. Now, King is how old, Sue? How old? King is 2, and yes, indeed, so is Police Dog Duke with PC Lee Veltman. Duke, as you can see, is a Belgian Malinois. Both these dogs have just finished a GP, General Purpose Police Dog Initial course. Okay, helpers out again. We've got, my right-hand corner here is PC Russ Martin, who's going to be agitating King, and then PC Sean Barr, who's playing with Police Dog Duke. So what you see again is very similar to what you saw with the pups, but it's a bit more progressive now, and we'll move on to using other toys, i.e. onto the bigger sleeves. Now, when we train these dogs, we put a lot of work and effort into ensuring that they understand the exercises that they're being deployed to do. Okay, and we do lots of 21 different exercises in order to license these police dogs. They have to license under Home Office guidelines once every 12 months, so that there's an expectancy that the handlers will keep these dogs up to quite a high standard throughout their service. Here we go. So frustrating them again with the bite pillow. So missing a bite, which increases the drive for the dog to have that bite, and then he comes for his nibble on his bite pillow. Well done. Run him around. Bit of fun again. The dog eventually will spit it out. And we'll move on then to the main sleeve. Sometimes they spit it out, of course. What does it they say? Never work with children and animals. There we go. So toys thrown back to the helper. Helper goes back. What we're going to show you now is what we call the standout exercise. So this exercise is when the police dog is deployed against someone who then subsequently stops. And if they stop, obviously we don't want the dog to engage with the offender. And this is how we try and train this exercise. There we go. On the line to begin with. The toy's on show. The dog will sit and bark. And when he's barked sufficiently, the toy is delivered to the dog, and it's all fun and play. There we go. Super. So what we then do is we progress that exercise onto the proper standard exercise where the dog will be sent free on the line, and the dog should make the decision, I say should, make the decision not to engage with the helper. There we go. Police Dog Duke, well done. Police Dog King, well done. Good. Nice and control. Lovely. Back out for his toy. Super. Well done, guys. Good effort. Right, okay. Toys back in the pockets. What we're going to do now is the straight chase exercise. So the helpers are going to show themselves to the dog. The police officers are going to challenge the helpers. Dogs are going to be deployed. And they're going to have a bite and detain the running man. There we go. A nice determined attack onto the sleeve. Not many people are going to run away with that dog in their arm, are they, ladies and gentlemen? There we go. Well done, guys. So these two dogs, as I say, have just finished the GP initial course and actually start in the streets of the West Midlands tomorrow, of all days, Monday morning. Okay? What we're doing now is a stick attack. This is a test of courage for the dog. So the helpers will approach menacingly towards the dogs. The dogs will be deployed and they will engage the helper with a stick. There we go. I think King's enjoying that. There's good control there from King. Out straight away. Lovely. When you appreciate how highly driven these dogs are, the handlers are still able to show a good element of control from the dogs, calling them out for a release back to the handler. Well done. PC Cheek, Police Dog King. PC Veltman, Police Dog Duke. Okay, now, what we're going to show you now is Police Dog Zane with PC Dan Thomas. As I said earlier, you've probably seen Dan Thomas. He's up for his Friends for Life award. And today, hopefully, fingers crossed, you never know, he might get it. But he's been ribbed a little bit for all the press that he's had recently. But it's all very positive. We're all very pleased for him. Right, here we go, Police Dog Zane. Police Dog Zane has been out on the street for quite some time now, about 7 or 8 months, I think, and has already started to rack up his prisoner count. So a very successful team. Straight chase again. There we go. So what we're showing you here now is a dog that's quite experienced now. He's been on the streets for a few months compared to the previous two that you've just seen. There we go. That's worth a clap, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, again, this is a standout exercise. Very highly driven dog Zane is, so I'm sure he's going to stand out. Fingers crossed, no problem at all. There we go. Well turned, Dave. Here we go. Well done. Right, okay, this exercise that you're about to see now is probably one of the most difficult exercises to achieve. It's called to stop the dog. So if a police officer sends his dog after a running criminal, and for some reason there may be a car on the road that's coming down the road, or they can't stop, he needs to stop his dog. So watch this. Well done. Super. So here we go. One more stick attack with Police Dog Zane. And again, you'll see a tremendous display of control by PC Dan Thomas with Police Dog Zane. Well done. Super. Okay, the little man in the middle who was getting bitten, that's Dave Raymond. He's our breed scheme manager. He loves all this. Right, okay, moving on to specialist dogs now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a proactive drug search with PC Harriet Barnes and police dog Jojo, and Sergeant Keith Bennett with police dog Heath. Both these spaniels are 2.5 years old now and are operational proactive police drug search dogs. What we're just going to do is just put out some hides, and in one of these bags we've concealed a substance which these dogs will search for. Although we call them drugs dogs, they actually search for a lot more than just drugs, cash and firearms as well. Both these dogs have had really good operational successes since they've left the training school. Run faster, Terry, please. Well done. Okay, so what the dog handlers are going to do, they're going to work their dogs from opposite ends, covering all these bags, and hopefully we'll see an indication. Now, when the dogs give an indication, it's what we call a passive indication. So the dog will not interfere with the hide in any way, but will sit and stare at the hide, thereby indicating to the handler under no certain terms where the hide is. There's always a fight to get to the middle bag. There we go. As you can see, Jojo is examining every single corner of that case. Even the small bags, they don't just sniff the bag, they just sniff around every single corner. And this is called focus training. There we go. Look at that. Well done. Okay, now, we're going to move all these bags off here now. We're going to move on, remaining with our specialist dogs. We're going to go on to our passive scanning dogs, our drug dogs, passive scanning dogs. And what these dogs do is they scan the air around people. Okay, so some of these dogs that you've seen with the bags, they're not so good with people, so we tend to use them just proactively. However, we have some dogs that are very good around people and will scan the air around them without actually interfering or touching the individuals. Now, you might see these in nightclub queues, or even into schools we've been with these dogs. And we're going to have PC Russ Martin and police dog Jasper. Now, for this, we need some help. I need about 10 people out of the crowd. Hands up, jump up and down. That's it. If you can make your way down, we'll stand you in the middle of the arena, and you can give us a hand. There we go. There might be a goodie bag at the end of this. Any more volunteers? How many is that now? Super. There we go. Jasper is, how old now? 2. Jasper's 2 years old. This is Russ's second passive drugs dog. Already find themselves to be quite a successful team in this area of police dog work. So out they come. So imagine this nightclub queue. And what will happen is now, we should have a plant somewhere. Now obviously, we know where the gear's held, but the dog doesn't know. Here comes Sally. Sally's one of our kennel staff. She's going to help us out. And what Russ is going to do, he's going to work Jasper down the queue, and you'll see how Jasper works around people, scanning the air all the way around. That's good. Not interfering with the helpers. Again, quite detailed in how the dog works and how it scans all the way around, not missing any areas. Lovely. And again, you should see the dog will indicate, giving a good passive sit and stare indication. There we go. Now what Russ is showing you there the dog is so fixed on the hide that Russ, even with pulling the lead quite tightly, the dog will not leave the hide. There we go. Now, we've got a crowd walking round now. A little bit different scenario, not a static crowd, but people walking round. And this is what we call a bit of a chase back. Hopefully, little Jasper here will spin round and drag Russ back to the hide. There we go. Well done. Super. Okay, thank you for your assistance. If you can make your way off the arena, I think there's some goodie bags there for you. If you just stand around here, something rather naughty is going to happen in a minute. Oh dear. Mr. Angry again, ladies and gentlemen. He's run off with her bag. Can you believe it? Even in the middle of the arena. That's not good. Okay, we tried to simulate a little bit of an armed robbery there, because what we're going to move on to now is a demonstration from our Firearms Support Dog that is here this afternoon, police dog Scar. Okay, what we're going to have now is Dave is going to be walking down the street, Mr. Angry Dave there in the corner, with his ill-gotten goods. 2 firearms officers have seen him, and the Firearms Support Dog has been called in to back them up. Now what we're going to see here is what we call our tag and drag exercise, which is when we don't want to put any officers out into the open where potentially they could be injured, obviously from firearms, and so he can stay behind cover, behind the firearms officers here. So the dog will be deployed out in a long line, and the offender can be retrieved back into cover. Now there's a lot of work goes into attaining this standard of exercise, so here we go. There we go. So the handler will call the dog back. The dog will engage with the helper. He will not let go until he's instructed to by the handler. Okay? So, up he's been arrested, he's sorted out. We'll get his anger issues sorted in a minute. Well done, Dave. Okay, so what we're going to show you now, having just done that exercise, is a little bit of control work with police dog Scar around what is basically, this suit that David is wearing is what we call a bite suit. It's a great big toy for the dog, okay? Obviously it's there to give a little bit of protection to the helper as well. Now, having just done that high drive exercise, you can see how calm Scar is. Okay? Good, well done. There we go. There we go, so he's coming in to watch again. So a little bit of a standout exercise again. Dave, I don't know what you're staring at the dog like that for. There we go. He doesn't like him either, I don't think. There we go, nice release, back to the handler. Well done, folks. Okay, what now? Right, we're going to have the dogs back in for you now, and we're going to show them all off. Aren't we? Oh yes, hold on, we've got a bit of fun now. A bit of fun. Who wants to see the dogs biting again? Okay, what we're going to have now is a little bit of fun. Now this is not done operationally, it's just a little bit of fun that we do in the training environment, and you'll see Mr. Angry again is going to come out into the arena shortly. There we go. With a stick. There's going to be 2 dogs out here. He's nasty, isn't he? He's nasty. We've got to sort this man out. See me in my office tomorrow morning, David. Okay, here we go. He's got to be sorted out, isn't he? We can't allow this to continue, can we? I don't know. He gets himself all worked up. It's a Sunday afternoon as well. There we go, well done. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. What's particularly pleasing about that exercise is the handlers have called the dog off from that distance, but also the dogs have had to cross each other to get back to the handlers. Great control, well done, gents. Thank you very much. Okay, to finish off with now, we're just going to have the dogs back into the ring very quickly. We have Scar and Zane back in. The other dogs are going to follow. I've just seen them all run off to get the dogs, so they have forgotten. Never worked with dogs, police officers. I don't know. Here we go. So Zane's going to move off. Police dog Zane. Hopefully you're going to see Dan later on this evening when he's for his Friends for Life award with police dog Yanis. Police dog Scar. Sergeant Keith Bennett. PC Russ Martin, police dog Jasper. PC Harriet Barnes, police dog Jojo. Police dog, I've forgotten his name now, it's another one. There we go, police dog Olympic with the Arnett family. Little police dog Gabby with Sally. Police dog Duke, the Belgian Malinois with PC Lee Beltman. Police dog King, Sue Cheek, Mr. Angry, and PC Terry Arnett, our breed scheme manager. Well done, team. Just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, I know we were called a display team. We're not actually a display team. We just do this because we love it, love doing it. We've done a little bit of training to give you a bit of a show this afternoon. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I'm now going to hand you back. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you very much.
Come on, folks, give them a very big round of applause. The West Midlands Police Dog Display Team and an excellent commentary from Sergeant Pete Watson. What a great display, and certainly some stunning dogs there, if you're on the wrong end of them. Don't forget, of and coming very shortly, we've got the final of the Crufts Factor. That'll be with us very shortly.